Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. And man, I'm jealous of that warrior. I think that's pretty good shit. Oh, man, that's some good looking shit, and they're a hot elven. But anyway, so now that we're finished with the level 75 add-ons, we're finished with Rise of the Zillert Chains of the Promethea, and Treasures of Ashagan. There's only one more expansion at the 75 cap that we could do most of before we raise level cap. And that would be the one related to Wings of the Goddess. And time for us to go get cozy in the past. We've been there before, once earlier in the Let's Play, actually a few times earlier in the Let's Play, to work on Dancer and Scholar. And I love past Bastok's music. But it's been a while since we've been here. And whenever you haven't done campaign in a long enough time, you have to come get evaluated. But since we're the lowest rank anyway, all that happens to us is she tells us we're shitty, but puts a new magical seal on our campaign medal so that we can get, I think it's called Sigil in the past, and it's represented by the green wind crystal, which is my favorite. Wings of the Goddess, for me, was really up there with like all the other expansions so far. I really liked it. The one issue that it had back in the day was it took them a long ass time to release all the missions for it. At the 75 cap, they released up to, I believe, mission 38. And it has the same writers as Chains of Promethea, and that's what I always heard anyway. I don't know if it's actually 100% true. Oh yeah, sure. I'll get all these bonuses. I've got some notes. I did some campaign battles off camera at some point. Oh yeah. I think we can buy sprinter shoes to get around more quickly. Although, I mean, we've got mounts anyway, so it's kind of not as exciting. But, yeah, sprinter shoes. And instant retrace is a warp spell that brings you right back to your past city, whichever city you signed up for. We didn't have to sign up for Bastok. What the hell's a portable container? Portable container designed to provide space for your posterior. Okay, so it's a chair. It's funny. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having another thing of sprinter shoes. I believe I bought a pair earlier in the Let's Play as well. But what we're going to have to do now is, I believe we're on mission number 2 for Wings of the Goddess. That's basically the mission where we checked the cavernous maw, we fell through the walk of echoes, we caught a splitting glimpse of a black cat with huge green eyes, and a giant atomos maw, and like an orangey vermilion sky, and then we wound up in the past, near an active atomos maw. So then we were told to, join up with the past armies, and fight the beastmen, and so we did. But now, in order to actually progress missions, we have to progress quests, and we need to progress quests in the same city that we signed up for in order to progress the Wings of the Goddess missions. In this manner, this is how the Wings of the Goddess story continues for basically the rest of the expansion. You do some missions. It varies how many, and then you have to do some quests. And the quests are usually adjacent to what's going on in the story. Like, they take place in similar zones. But they're about different things. So I gotta look up which quest we gotta do. And these quest lines, they're actually their own thing. And they're gated. The quest lines themselves are also gated behind progress of the Wings of the Goddess missions. So, like, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and do the Wings of the Goddess missions first and do one of the quest lines, and then go back and do the other quest lines. And that's the only way I've ever done it. I've only ever done these once. But they're going to have some pretty interesting side characters and side stories, and it's going to be related to some of the characters that are in the present of the game. Wolfram? Wait a second. Okay. I'm confused about what this quest wants me to do. The wiki description is once again terrible. So I'm gonna have to pay more attention to these, because I was like, it says, I'm on the page of the quest. The quest is called The Better Part of Valor. And I already checked my quest log to make sure I hadn't actually accidentally done it already or something. And the part that says walkthrough in big bold letters, it's like, note, you do not specifically need to be allied to Bastok to start this quest. Exit Bastok Markets Est into North Gustavsburg S at G4. Upon exiting, a cutscene will play and you will receive the key item. But it's like, wait a minute, don't I have to like start the quest somewhere? And like, sure enough, further up the page, like higher up in the box describing the quest, it says starting NPC Wolfram, Bastok Markets H4. Alright, so wait a minute, H4? That's all the way up there. What? But I didn't see him in a wide scan. Huh. Man. Yeah, we have this lady as a trust. Heavy infantry, 5 columns of 200. 2 100 knight regiments. Enemy force casualties estimated at 5,000. Oh, I apologize, soldier. I spent the past few nights preparing for a joint operation with the Sandioria's Royal Knights. Oh, hey, look, it's Zazarg. I think I mentioned that he's a, he fought for Bastok back in the day. In the modern day, you know, he's one of the Serpent Generals in Ottergon. Most people wouldn't agree with me, but I'm glad to be alive in this age of strife. The battlefield is where I belong. What a Chad. Okay, I don't see this Wolfram anywhere at H4. Maybe I just do what the walkthrough guide says. Maybe I just leave. Oh, damn. He's wearing full tiger leather. Oh, dude, it's another Calm Wind clone. I didn't realize I was going to run into so many of my clones. Are you alright, soldier? Solitary ant. Ugh, that's a lot of blood. Ah, someone help me over here. Take this to a man named Engelhardt. That's a good looking leather set. I like it. I like the black leather. Well, I guess it's more of a charcoal gray, but I like it. I like it. Maybe I should lock style that. Clump of animal hair. Engelhardt is at K10 and Bastock Market's S. Also, as we run through the city here, you'll see some NPCs, and if they look like really out of place or like unique, that usually means they've been recruited into the army. Because there's NPCs in the past that players can go out and recruit for the respective army, and they'll show up in campaign battles with whatever legion they wind up associated with. You can even recruit NPCs like Mott in the past, and he's still an old man, but like that was like the first place you could get to see him fight outside of the Shattering Stars limit break fight. And I'm turning off names because I'm getting bothered by them, but Engelhardt. Oh yeah, he's the... Oh, is he the guy in the present that runs the Harmodio's music shop? So you're the replacement. This is a difficult item to procure. You certainly live up to your recommendation. Our client will be pleased to work with one of your caliber. And how shall I address you? Calm Wind, a fine name indeed. Very well, Calm Wind. The client is expecting you at the waterfall in North Ghostaburg. Do not keep him waiting. Uh-oh. It looks like we've accidentally stumbled into being some sort of black market runner, perhaps? Makes sense in a wartime scenario. I can't remember why they have the Mines District closed off, but we can't go to any other section of Bastock. Ooh, Ludwig Eichberg. He's wearing the full 4th Division set that you can buy with Allied Notes. It's kind of like it's a mixture between the general breastplate set with more ornate pattern and the Hauberk set where the helmet is a Soleil. You say anything cool? We may have the upper hand in technology and munitions, but the enemy's advantage lies in their sheer numbers. The Allied campaign will not win a day, soldier. Will not win in a day, soldier. Make every bullet count. Angry Bull. The Galkin Bridge is currently closed to prevent infiltration by Beastmen spies. Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense that the Mines District would be closed off. The mines are a tactical liability, since they lead to Palboro Mines and also to Altepa, two gigantic Beastmen regions / strongholds. Oh, why am I running over here? I need to run outside. Free with the wind in my hair. Also, for the life of me, I can't remember exactly how teleportation works in the past. Wings of the Goddess was like the first time you got really easy access to teleportation. Every nation, once you've joined them, they allow you to spend Allied Notes to teleport, and I believe the way it works is you can teleport to any campaign zone you've actually zoned into. And that's the only requirement. And initially, when Wings of the Goddess first came out, if I remember correctly anyway, the Northlands were completely blocked off. Like, they hadn't added in the ramp yet for you to run up there and zone into them. I don't know if that means they weren't in the game yet, or if that means they were in the game, but they just didn't want them to be accessible. So not everything new that came out in Wings of the Goddess came out right when it dropped. I mean, there was still a ton of new stuff that came out right when it dropped, like the 2 new jobs at the time, Dancer and Scholar. You know, all these past zones, which are just, you know, reskinned and remusiced present day zones. You know, with the massive alterations that they have for their traversal. And then the 3 new zones of Grobberg, Von Curl, and Fort Karuga Narugo. And I'm not going to get on my mount because I want to listen to the zone music. I really liked the zone music in the past. And it was actually shortly after Wings of the Goddess came out that the mythic weapon skills came out. I feel like using my scythe when I say that. But, yeah. I still haven't gotten around to doing a, like, weapon skill expose, recording, slash editing for, like, my 100 subscriber special. I've actually been over 100 subscribers now for over a month. And the number keeps slowly ticking up, and I'm really happy about it. I don't think I'll ever be a big channel, but that kind of thing, even though it's such a small thing, you know, I don't know, it helps motivate me to keep doing this, even though I'm mostly doing it for myself at this point. Okay, so we gotta go to the waterfall at F8. We're almost there, I guess. And here in the past, because we only have access to Northern Gustaberg, there's a ramp that goes down or around the waterfall, which doesn't exist in the present day. Oh, we want to watch out for those. Here in the past, they have far higher level. Oh, also check out that quad up. He's got full plate mail. Yeah, in the past, the Beastmen all have these, like, armored forms that, wait a second. F8. Am I supposed to... I don't remember. But yeah, when Wings of the Gods first came out, it was actually a really good time in Final Fantasy XI's life, in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, the level 75 cap, it was in its heyday. We were actually 3 years, like actually almost closer to 3.5 years into the 75 caps cycle or lifespan, and you know, the introductions of new jobs, it really invigorated the game for a lot of people, and I remember. Many people were super duper happy. Oh man, the ramp's on the south side. Shoot. Shredded label. That's not what I have to touch, is it? On the ground are violently shredded remains of what appears to be a label. A chill runs up your spine as you feel a predatory gaze bear down your back. Or bear down upon you. Huh. Interesting. There's actually tree saplings and a lot more greenery in the past in Gustaberg. It's the war and time were hard on it. Listening to this music makes me nostalgic, but it also makes me wonder about Naoshi Mizuta and how he's doing. I feel like, I mean, plenty of people know who he is nowadays because, you know, everyone who does know who he is won't stop talking about him. I am one of those people. But, you know, I'm not like some great influencer. I don't, you know, get to say something and then have thousands of people get happy about it. Wait a second. It says it's near a survival guide. Oh man, okay, so it really is all the way down there. But yeah, like, he's got a Twitter, and you can listen to some of the stuff he like does in his free time, and it's like EDM electronica on steroids is how I'd put it. It's so wildly different to anything that's in 11 that I was like, whoa, what? And then I thought to myself, oh wait, you know, like, 11, most of the music he did for 11 was, you know, done years ago at this point. Then it's also, you know, like, it's the music he's composing as his day job, you know, like, would you compose or do the exact same thing you do in your day job for your fun time? I mean, some people do, like artists do, obviously, but you know, most people don't. And I mean, it's still musical composition, so it is still the same thing. It's just not the same style. I guess it's like analogous, or the analog is, you know, an artist gets commissioned to draw a piece in a specific style or way, and then, but in their free time they decide they want to like draw in like Picasso style or some shit. Okay, if I'd realized I could use the survival guide warp to get out here quicker, I probably would have. Oh man, I am less stupid. Okay. Of course, I don't have a good mind for where the survival guides are in the past, even if I already have them. Any of the ones I do have are probably ones I got on the way here, like, back in 2021, when I started the Let's Play. Examine the question mark on the right side of the waterfall. The waterfall's right or our right? I guess we'll find out. I wonder which Final Fantasy game is the Final Fantasy game that has the most composers as having worked on it. Because this one has had, like, Nobuo Uematsu put together a lot of the base game's zone music, and I think battle music, and then Naoshi Mizuta did stuff, I think for the base game and all future expansions, although I'm not 100% on that. And then I think there were a couple others. Uh-oh, a couple dudes in tiger leather and a fat guy named Werner. Greetings, I am Werner, the Senator of Defense, and you must be Calm-Wind. Englehart tells me you are a man to be trusted. You look surprised to see a man of my position. To give you some idea of the gravity of the task at hand, you are about to become involved in a confidential matter that will affect the fate of this nation. No, of all the allied nations. Your discretion must be absolute. Your predecessor chose to ignore this warning and subsequently lost my hard-earned trust. Englehart will tell you what became of him. I trust you will not give me the same difficulties. I see you are a soldier in the Republican Army. And your division? Ah, the Fighting Fourth. Prefectus Cesarg is an excellent commander. Have no fear, the task you are about to perform will not conflict with the interests of the Republic. You will return under Prefectus Cesarg once your task is complete. Now here's the situation. I have ordered Zfoot through Ledovox, a goblin that resides on Gorvan Isle in the Von Krell Inlet. You are simply required to pick up the instrument. Payment has already been made. Yeah. Once you have the Zfoot, you are to deliver it to Engelhardt. All further remuneration and communications will pass through him. We also suspect that a certain faction is... Senator! We've been followed! It was a Galka, I believe! A spy? Where is he now? I'm afraid we lost him. I've never seen a Galka move so fast. It must be another of Chairman Pale Eagle's men. Chase him down, even if it means your life. We must capture that spy. Sir! The waterfall was a wise choice for this meeting. I doubt the details of our conversation were compromised. And as I was saying, there's a certain faction that seeks to hinder our actions. Be on your guard. Yeah. I couldn't pin down a voice for him. I couldn't decide if I wanted him to be Weasley, and then I had to read someone else's thing, and then... DX! But since we're dealing with a goblin, we're gonna have to, of course, make a trade. Because goblins ain't be wanting no gil. So, I'm pretty sure every quest in the past had this starting requirement. Like, it wasn't like go to Von Krell Inlet and trade with this goblin, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it was you have to get a Knoll Claw for some reason. And Knolls were this new enemy at the time. We fought them before in the Let's Play, not very often though. They only exist in Wings of the Goddess zones. As far as I know. I'm sure there's probably some of them somewhere in some newer thing where they don't really care about connecting monster type to lore. But they're basically wolves, and you can fight them in Battaglia Downs S and Jugner Forest S. But I think I'd rather try to buy it if I can instead of farm it, because I'd rather not spend time farming. I think you can also fight Knolls right in Von Krell, but the weaker Knolls have a very low drop rate compared to the ones in Jugner Forest or Zarkabard S, of course. So let's have a look-see. I think it's under Bowcraft. There I go again, yawning. Knoll Claw, there's exactly one. For 10k, don't mind if I do. The Feculent Claw of a Knoll. These talons are said to harbor a score of infectious diseases. You buy the Knoll Claw for 10,000 gil. Yes. Yes. Before you lies a survival guide pinned by the Adventurers Mutual Aid Network. Okay, so we want Norval in front. Poop. Is it technically in the Ronfar front? Nope. Okay. No, I guess what I can do is I can I can go back to Bastok and maybe teleport to Von Curl Inlet from Narkissa. Yeah, when Wings of the Gods first came out, Null Claws were at a premium. I even considered trying to farm them for money for quite a while, but the drop rate was abysmally low, and at the time, my Thief was only starting to get up into the 60s, and that's high enough almost to kill the lowest level Nulls. But Nulls are actually a very challenging opponent because they attack fast and they have a lot of dangerous moves, and they can heal themselves. And their healing is stronger or weaker depending on the moon phase. So, please take me to the Von Curl Inlet. Thank you. Thank you, you beautiful woman. You have the matoid model. I can see it under that salade. Also, fun fact about Wings of the Gods, the year it came out, I think it was in the summertime of the year it came out, in 2007. Oh man, there's a campaign battle going on here. Letafox is at J6. J6. Huh. Okay, well I guess we go north then. I'd participate in the campaign battle, but it could take a while, and it might lead to my death, so... I mean, other stuff in this zone could kill me, so I might as well whip my trusts out. But, ooh, we could also try to do Wings of the Gods themed trusts. I think I've got enough. Valainerol is actually a knight we can see in Sandioria if we go there. Technically Zayd too. Is a Wings of the Gods trust. He's around in this era, and you actually get to see him without his mask on. It's actually where the model for him comes from. Oh, Rongalouts. It's the wrong Rongalouts model, but Rongalouts does exist back here, and technically counts. Ooh, Aruhat also counts. And then, and do I have a Wings of the Goddess healer? Let's see. Got a Pururu, who's a healer. She's around, maybe? Maybe not. Well, we need a healer anyway, so. I mean, I guess we don't need, but I don't know. I feel naked without a healer in a party, you know? Like, part of the appeal of partying in the first place is there's going to be people playing jobs that you yourself don't want to play. Which, of course, only really works in a setting that's extremely large, where you get a large swathe of people who have different mindset. So, like, most people actually just want to play damage dealers. They just want to play the hero with a big fuck you sword and a big weapon that meets their aesthetic criteria the most. There's also a pretty hardy amount of people that want to be like kung fu fist fighter types, or like stealthy, you know, silent assassin types. So a lot of people play all of the damage dealing jobs that are physical. Like, it doesn't matter if they're like the plate mail type or the clothy, leathery, lithe type. The most popular jobs in the game are like warrior, monk, paladin, dark knight, thief, ninja, samurai, Corsair, Dancer, and Rune Fencer. And then after that, it's like Red Mage, Blue Mage. Although Blue Mage is actually probably more popular. I'm not listing these in like order of popularity. I'm just saying these are all like really fucking popular. Red Mage, Blue Mage, Geomancer, and a White Mage. And that's because like White Mage isn't really popular. It just feels like it's required for most high-end stuff. Although back in the day, there were some pretty dedicated White Mages who were really good at their jobs. No fear, Smilodon. Yamate! Ow. What did I ever do to you, Fierce Smilodon? Ow! Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. I wish the campaign music wasn't going on. I probably should have just hopped on a mount. Oh well. Hello, Litivox. Or Litivox. Tell me things. You came for a Z-Food? Well, it's ready. It was a hell of a job getting a hold of it, though. I think I deserve a little bonus. You bring me a Null Claw, you'll get the Z-Food. Now, if you're not familiar with the Z-Food, I don't think I ever got one earlier in the Let's Play, but if you fight Antika, especially Antika and Imps, actually, I guess it's only one specific one, they drop Z-Foot parts. So this is related to Antika. You got the Null Claw? Here's your Z-Foot then. The Gigas love these Null Claws. They'll tell me all sorts of secrets now. Litivox is their little buddy. Obtained key item Z-Foot. Okay, let's look at that, shall we? A goblin-made instrument consisting of 4 main parts: strings, body, bow, and head. Sound created by the Z-Foot closely resembles the fricative noises made within the Antika's necks and is thus often used for interspecies communication. So it's like an Antika call. I guess that's kind of cool. Alright, campaign music. Campaign music, be gone! Yeah, I got a bird mount. Doesn't actually fly, but like, close. This is as close as we're getting. This is actually a type of monster that comes from Adeline areas, and they reused its model. I believe they reused its model in Final Fantasy XIV. And then, like, I think they cleaned up the head area a little bit, or like altered the head area slightly, and for the Yoles in the Stormblood expansion. But maybe I should have brought a scroll of instant retrace. It'd probably be faster for me to just use Warp Ring and then use the Book Warp back to Bastok. I think that's where I gotta go. I think I gotta go back to... Yeah, I gotta go back to Ingleheart. I could use HP Warp too. That would be closer to Ingleheart. So let's do that. Gustaberg front, please. Thank you. Well, you know, I started talking about a story. I said, I don't think I finished it. I was saying, back in the summer of 2007, when this first came out, I was staying up late playing during Wings to the Goddess, and I was running through Bastock S, and I had an ear infection, and I was laying on a heating pad, and it was feeling good, but like the pressure was rising, and it was like the pain was, as much as the pain was being soothed by the heat, it was also starting to hurt a lot. But I kept the heat on just like because my mom always told me that, you know, you use a heating pad to make your ear drain. And then I felt warm, like a lot of warm liquid run out of my ear, and I was like, what the hell? And I looked, I like felt like this glob come out of my ear. And then I got like a ringing noise in my ear. I can't remember if it was my right ear or my left ear now. You have brought the seafood? Excellent, the Senator will be pleased. Did you experience any trouble? Senator Werner was trailed by one of Chairman Pale Eagle's spies. The chairman is a senior member of the Republican government, appointed to his position by President Prian himself. Alright, since we're in the past, we got a different president. He often clashes with Senator Werner in matters of military policy. I don't know what schemes the chairman has in motion, but you would do well to keep an eye out. Oh, and there's one more thing I meant to ask. You're not the agent I was expecting, are you? I was told to welcome the one who brought me a clump of animal hair. It wasn't until later I discovered the real agent had collapsed at the gates of the city. But the Senator should realize I've introduced him to the wrong operative. Oh, and it's not just my neck that's on the line. The Senator is a very thorough man. You must continue to accept Senator Werner's tasks as if nothing were amiss. Your continued well-being, not to mention mine, depend upon it. A chance meeting has landed you right in the thick of things, my friend. I have a feeling we'll be getting to know each other very well indeed. I have your remuneration. Juno currency. Untraceable. Did that Galka just pickpocket us? A warning letter is pressed into Calmwin's hands. Oh, nope, he's the Galkan spy. He's the Galkan spy. Oh, 10,000 gil. Oh, that's right, that's right. Gil was, like, invented by Juno. I forgot about that. Warning letter. A letter pressed in your hand by a strange Galka while you stood outside Englehart's store. It simply reads, stay out of this. You must wait until the next game day and rezone after completing Better Part of Valor. Which is what discretion is, man. Well, it looks like I picked the right time to start these, and also the fact that I was running around like I was, instead of just taking the fastest method, means we've only got to wait a couple minutes. So I guess we might as well go Bazaar diving. That's how I got this Ninurta sash. I didn't drag any of my item level friends like Vox out to kill Absolute Virtue or something. I think I explained it earlier in an earlier video, but while I was leveling cooking, I kept seeing this guy who had it in his Bazaar for 2 million gil. And I didn't want to spend 2 million gil on it, because like, while it's a really good piece, you know, I had the speed belt already, so like, I mean, I love the fact that I have Ninurta sash, because it's like, part of the game's history. It comes from Absolute Virtue, and it is better. It is just outright better than the Swift Belt by like a long shot, because it's all jobs and you get so much more stuff on it. But you know, its main purpose is the haste, right? So like, it's not like so much of a step up above the Swift Belt that you're just like, oh yeah, I just, you know, it's gonna completely revolutionize how I do combat. Oh yeah. But yeah, I saw it in this dude's Bazaar, and I kept examining him and looking at it and like thinking about it, because I could have afforded it, but I just I really didn't want to pay 2 million gil. So like, finally, I noticed him moving around, because like he kept running through where I was crafting an Adeline, and so I sent him a tell with auto translate. I was like, you know, 2 million gil, incredibly tough. 1 million gil, easy prey. You know. And he dropped the price down to 1 million gil, and I bought it on the spot. So that was pretty cool. But here on Odin, it would seem that most of the bazaars are the players AFK and Upper Juno, and then the ones that don't AFK and Upper Juno, AFK and Adeline. And it's kind of evenly split between AFKing at the auction house in Western Adeline or AFKing at the monk house / auction house in Eastern Adeline. So, like, I check through all three when I go bazaar diving. And we're not really going to be bazaar diving, like, super seriously. Like, I don't even know what I would actually buy at this point. But, like, obviously anything that's, like, super high-end level 75 would be welcome. Although, mostly what's for sale is usually upgrade items related to, I think, the 3rd Empyrean stuff, or like Adeline stuff, and obviously we're quite a ways off from that. Like, I don't even know what most of this stuff is for, I just know it's really in demand. Oh, and food, I guess. Oh, and this person's apparently a cook and has been making Beastmaster jugs. I wonder what Vivacious Vicky is, even. Vivacious Vicky. A high-quality version of fizzy broth. Oh, it's an Adeline mob. It's like a wild boar. I can make that if I get more Lucru meat or whatever. So I don't need to waste money on that. I can just make it. That's a good price on a savory shank, but we don't need anything from King Behemoth anymore. Some really weird shit to see. I honestly don't understand bazaar practices here, because people will sometimes be selling exactly what you expect, like all these savory shanks are pretty par for the course. Because a lot of people don't think about what they use their login points for. They just like, oh, I have enough for a savory shank. Oh, that'll be an easy 200, 300k. But, we don't need any of that stuff, so it's kind of whatever for us. Ooh, I could buy the Farmer Codex. That's for the Swift Belt in him. I guess I could get that and try to show off. Even though I have absolutely no need for the Swift Belt anymore, it would be kind of nice to show off as like a Notorious Monster bonus video. So I guess I'll buy that. Why not? I think this Patio comes from one of the Tier 3 ZNMs. But even back in the day, I don't think it was really that good. So it's not bad, but I don't know. I've got a Hagen, so. Alright, the day change occurred, so I guess let's go back to Englehart. Yeah, I told you we wouldn't be bazaar hopping for that long, and we even found something that I might go ahead and use, even though I'm not really going to get anything out of it. I do wanna catalog the game's history, though. Like, no one can ever completely catalog, like, the entire history of the game. And the BG Wiki, for as much as I gripe about it, they've actually done way more than I could ever do. Like, they have, like, links to interviews and, like, stuff dating back to when the game was Japanese only. Or at least Japanese client only. And so, like, you know, they've got more information compiled about every era of Final Fantasy XI that my Let's Play can actually cover. Because, like, for as long as my Let's Play is, you know, I only started playing at the very end of 2003, and only seriously started playing in the spring of 2004. So I do not know it all. And I haven't read every side material, I have not read every issue of the Vanadil Tribune. I haven't committed like 9/10 of the game's periphery info to memory or anything. I just know what I know from playing. I'm glad you've returned. The Senator said it's a new task. You will accept, won't you? Seems I have little choice. A wise decision. Here's the situation. We're seeing some unrest in a section of the Galcan population. No, let's be perfectly clear. They are planning an uprising. The mastermind behind this revolution appears to be none other than Chairman Pale Eagle. As you might be aware, President Priyan was elected on the strength of his campaign promises, improvements to living conditions and educations for all. But with the outbreak of war, these improvements have failed to materialize, and the Galka who supported Priyan's campaign have grown disillusioned and angry. Under cover of the chaos sown by the Beastman Confederate, the ambitious chairman is attempting to capitalize on the dissatisfaction of the Galkan citizens to seize power for himself. During his military days, the chairman was known as the Eagle of Grauberg. The soldiers still loyal to this former general joined in the coup. The ensuing civil war will tear Bastok asunder. Thankfully, Senator Werner is one step ahead of his rival. Your task will be to confirm certain information that will defuse this civil war before it even begins. Ah, shit. Chairman Pale Eagle has had dealings with the Galkan elder Were and his friend Gumba. Oh shit, it's an adult Gumba? That's weird. There are rumors that these two are hoarding a stockpile of weapons in preparation for the coming uprising. Our sources also tell us that this Were is teaching swordplay to the youngster Pagdako. Does he mean to arm even the children in this madness? Oh, Pagdako is, that's Iron Eater in the modern era. Find these Galka and learn the truth behind their motives. Man, that means like Iron Eater's in his early 30s at most. Because this time period we're in is 20 years before the current day events of the game. And the Crystal War itself historically only was only waged for 2 years. But apparently it was the bloodiest war in Vanadil's history, or at least in the Middlelands history. So now that we've spoken to Eagleheart, we must go to Pagdako at H9. Talk to little boy Blue. There he is. Hey there, buddy. You grew up to be one of my favorite NPCs. You want to meet with Were and Gumba? What for? So you've come to investigate the troublemakers as well, have you? No need to answer. It's written plain on your face. I don't know who put you up to this, but we have no interest in igniting a civil war. No one tried to convince you that more than a few Galka aren't unhappy with the President's rule. That's why Were is making the rounds, trying to calm the rising anger. This conversation is over. Don't neglect your sword practice, Pagdako. The road to becoming a mithril musketeer is a long one. Elder Were always says that to me. I wonder if I'll ever be a mithril musketeer. Dun dun dun. Return to the present-day Bastok Metalworks and speak with Iron Eater inside the President's office at J8. Aw shit, we're already using our time travel shenanigans to get info that we can't get by any other means. Oh hey, it's Archon. That's my Japanese friend. Level 99 down. Oh, he's got a Saga Singer. Looks like he has been in Dynamis. Might be talking to him for the rest of the recording here. But it tells. So you've got to go to Metalworks. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Prepare for cutscenes, viewer. Yo, Iron Eater dog, tell me stuff. You have business with me? You want me to tell you about the time during the Great War when Elder Wei instructed me in sword fighting? I once imparted to you the teachings of my master. Only you can decide which roads in life you will tread. He also taught me, the river has many branches, but they all flow into the sea. I was too young to understand the meaning behind those words at the time, but now that I've been through my fair share of trials, I understand them all too well. Did my master have any particular place he preferred to be? Now that you mention it, he and Gumba often used to travel to Grauberg. What was it about that mountain? Dun, 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 dun. I wonder if he says anything interesting, like, in his basic conversation after that. Nope, just his ending phrases. Okay. Cool beans, cool beans. So now we must go and speak to Engelhardt. Yeah, Engelhardt. The past. Swing. And even back in the day, this sort of travel between the past and the future wasn't really that bad as long as you had the cavernous maws unlocked. Because you could just step right outside into North Gustaberg, step into the cavernous maw, and then come back and forth that way. So, easy peasy. Still not quite as easy peasy as this though, but you know. Beggars can't be choosers, and I don't know why I haven't been wearing my Crimson Creases this whole time. I guess I forgot I was on Dark Knight. Oh god, excuse me, I don't mean to be disgusting, I just am. Have you learned anything useful? Wera and Gumba make frequent visits to Grauberg, you say. Grauberg, that mountain is riddled with caves, the perfect place to hide a stockpile of weapons. I shall communicate this information to Senator Werner. Meanwhile, head to Grauberg and see if you can confirm my suspicions. Okay. Oakley dokley. Grauberg. Oh, there's a campaign battle going on here too. Okay, so where do we gotta go? I6. Cave at I6. Okay, we're just gonna mount up on our tool fair again. And, oh. Let's see, so that's... Is that... Do I have to go to the water? I think I have to go to the water to go that way. The guide doesn't say anything about it. It just says, find the mystery spot inside the cave at I6 for a cutscene. The entrance to the cave is at I5. It's right on the border of I5, I6. So... either I'm going the wrong way, and we'll find out soon enough, or I'm going the right way, regardless. That can't be it, right? Like that doesn't say. It says I6. So we're at G6, so it's gotta be the cave, right? It's gotta be the cave they're talking about. Woo! Oh, more full plate mail quadrav. Turtles in armor. What will they think of next? Oh, I think this is it. It's a strange mound of dirt here. You find weapons buried in the ground. What are you doing here? Keep your hands off those weapons. You again. How did you find out about this place? So the intelligence reports were true. Now what? Or I guess now what? Under the authority of the military police, you are under arrest on suspicion of inciting civil unrest. I suggest you come quietly. Oh look, it's those same three guys that I think before were in the tiger leather, but this time they appear to be in chainmail, so I guess Bastow can like MP uniform. Looks like had followed us, Were. On what grounds? We've done nothing wrong. I don't want to believe the rumors, but I can't dispute the evidence before my own eyes. You'll have a chance to argue your innocence back in Bastock. It might be best to hold our tongues for now. I agree, Were. You're the informant. Excellent work, soldier. Dun dun dun, calm wind has betrayed the Galka. Okay, I think, yeah, we could warp and then warp again, but let's just mount up and go for that survival guide. Yeah, my friend Arcom, he's Japanese. He's got several 99 jobs, but he's not like, I don't think he's like super familiar with the game. So like, he doesn't really realize like the full extent of his power. He wants to do dynamics, but he's like scared to go alone. I told him I'd help him, like a week or two ago, but I haven't been able to, like with a time zone difference, I haven't been able to scratch out time for him. Which I don't like saying or admitting. I'm kind of a yes man. I don't like telling my friends no. Although I guess my friend Ben would disagree with that. I haven't been able to see my friend Ben in like eons. Yeah, it's like currently it's like 1:45 a.m. Have you heard the news? This is Senator Warner. Rumors are flying around that he was assassinated in the metalworks. The details are still unclear. Others are saying it was nothing more than an unauthorized intruder. I wish I could find out more, but the metalworks is under tight security. Oh, holy shit, there goes our paycheck slash extortion. Or whatever. Slash the threat on our life. I mean, Englehart is shocked, but I'm sure he's also relieved. He's like, oh shit, if the senator's dead, I ain't gotta worry. Or maybe it's reason to double worry. Yo dog, let me in the metalworks. The metalworks has been locked down for security reasons. Only authorized personnel may enter. What news of the senator? Oh hey look, it's Volker, and he's wearing... that's the Eisen set body piece. He looks good in it. I like it on him. You'd best see for yourself. And these men. 2nd Division Military Police. We were in the midst of discussing a separate matter. When we heard that the senator defense was attacked, they insisted on accompanying me to the scene. We have our full cooperation. Aren't you a colleague of yours? This is the informant that was instrumental in Were's arrest. I see. Well, if we're done with the introductions, it's time we were heading inside. Where do you think you're going? Senator Werner. Hey look, it's Zaid! Dead when I found him. He was last seen heading into the metalworks after meeting with the president in the consul's office. Nicolaus, huh? According to the medic, there are multiple vicious stab wounds to the chest. This crime was motivated by anger. And the intruder escaped? The assassin was never seen. We locked down all exits as soon as the body was discovered. The guards are currently performing a thorough sweep of the entire building. First Were and Gumba's arrest, and now this murder right under our very noses. Damn it! Where are we on this talk of an uprising? Surely the rumors aren't true. A Galka named 5 Moons, huh? We still don't know for sure. Elder Were and Gumba are in the custody of the 2nd Division Military Police. The investigation is proceeding as we speak. We could certainly use some answers. Captain! Mr. President, your plans to inspect the battlefield? Cancelled. There, I guess that was Clara speaking, never mind. And she's a redhead. Cancelled. How could such violence be perpetrated within a stone's throw of the president's office? Oh man, she's a looker. Ooh. She's got the unicorn gauntlets on, hecatome leggings, and then raptor leather. Not only was our security breached, but a senior member of the government assassinated. Never have the musketeers failed so completely in their duty. As commanding officer, I will submit myself to any forthcoming punishment. Lift your head, Clara. Or Clara. Senator Werner was a brilliant man who devoted his entire being to the future of the Republic. The most fitting tribute to his life will be to catch the criminal behind this and bring down the full force of Republican law. For now, I suggest we pray for the peace of his soul. The set he's wearing, by the way, is the Adaman set. This is warrior and paladin only. Who was responsible for security during Senator Werner's visit? I was. Zaid, I find it hard to believe you of all people was lax in your vigilance. How did this intruder slip past our defenses? I'm putting you in charge of this investigation, Zaid. Restore the good name of the Musketeers. Understood. Volker, you are to assist him. Yes, Captain. I will convene an emergency meeting of the Republican Defense Council and the Galkan Elders. And I will assume the duties of the Senator of Defense for the time being. We have work to do, Captain. Sir! Why do we have unauthorized personnel in here? Yes, I'm talking about you. Leave the premises immediately. Well, she noticed us. So now he's got to go back to Englehart. Although I wonder if Gentle Tiger says anything. They're going to do more than cut my pay for letting that informant slip through a security lockdown. You don't think you'll pass by me twice? Well, there's a reason they named him Gentle Tiger. Let's just say that. Arcom's kind of weird. He never shows up as online on my friends list. Like, you can see he's actually on my friends list. But, like, he sets himself to offline all the time. So it's really hard to see when he's on. But the rumors of the assassination were true? Senator Werner is dead? Recently, an unknown agent had been trailing his every move. I bet the future of the Republic, that's the assassin they're looking for. With the Senator gone, I doubt I'll have any more tasks for you. Thank you for your competent, albeit brief, service. Take this, your final remuneration from the Senator. Money, money, money! Oh yeah. Money. Okay, so now we can actually continue on with the Wings of the Gods missions proper. And in order to do that, we have to touch a cavernous maw in the past, but it has to be one of the maws near Juno, according to this guide. So, what we will do is make the love in the club. No, we shall, get a little bit hotter. I wonder if he got in. So, how I find out where he is, if I'm curious about it, is if he's on, is I use the player search function. And, I guess he's still crafting. But we ran up here because the books are up here. Right? I thought the books were up here. Aren't the books up here? Was I... Oh, okay, I wasn't mistaken. I'm just stupid. Okay, teleportation assistance, please. I would like to go to the Norvalen front. No, wait, no. I want the Durfland front. Wait, what? Von Curl is in the Durfland front? How? How? How now, brown cow? I was pretty sure that Von Curl Inlet was like further, like... I thought it was like next to Jugner. Vandeel's geography confuses me. Oh shit, we're at like the south of the zone. Oh well. There's no campaign battle music going on, so we actually get to hear the zone music. So that's kind of nice. I'm gonna pull out one trust just in case. There are some aggressive quadiv along the way that might aggro if I get too close to one of them. But I think with just one trust we'll be fine. Also, I hope you don't mind me not riding them out so we can actually listen to the music. Man, those small trees are a very pleasant dark sage sort of color. Oh, by the way, those sprites we keep seeing, they will cast Raise 3 on you if you're dead, and they happen to wander by. They also cast Cure 5 on you if they wander by you while you're at critical HP. And there was more than a few times where one of those things saved my life. And if you kill too many of them, they stay dead, like zone-wide. And I think until the next like conquest tally, I think it resets. And the sad thing is you have to kill them to get the Stygian Ash, which is required to fight with Dark Ixion. I've never actually fought with one in the overworld before. The Link Shells I was in never tried to get Dark Ixion. I only heard about it secondhand and saw videos of it. I mean, I've seen it walk around in the overworld before, but I've never fought it. Although its monster type is the Monoceros, and I fought Monostri before in other places, like Abyssia. But they're a bit different. So. Alright, time for actual Wings of the Goddess mission cutscene to happen. Or, well, rather, stuff that's directly in the mission menu. You sense the gaze of the cavernous maw upon you. He's gonna give me that good suck. And I'm gonna burst in his mouth and he's gonna puke. Calm Wind is engulfed by the cavernous maw! Oh, here we are again. A disembodied metallic voice drifts towards you. Metallic voice? When the Harbinger cometh, the champions of the dawn shall descend. I suppose they're supposed to be like, when they say metallic, I assume it means that this Regal Feline's voice is like a chime, like a wind chime or something? Was that descend or fall? I can never remember the words. Well, whatever. I have more important things to... Oh my stars, this did not happen. Didn't happen. How could I have been so blind? I never even noticed someone was here with me. Never noticed. Oh, woe is me. I fall into the deepest blue depths of depression. Do you see how blue I have become? You seem black and white to me. But I thought a child of Altana would sympathize. Be sympathetic, you know. Oh, what's this? What's this? Who knew such a thing was possible? What does this mean? What indeed? Could it be? Could it be you possess the same power? The same power as me? My whiskers are twitching. They twitch. Shall I tell you what this means? Inform you? You possess the power to bend time itself, an ability bestowed only on the worthy. Although it seems you lack the same control that I have. Uncontrolled, I would say. But this is good news, nonetheless. The Regal Feline peers intently at Calm Wind. My intent, you see, is to help in this war before certain terrible, indelible wounds are gouged into history. Despite my best efforts, the nation of elven knights devises pretentious plans that see them fall to the beastmen time and again. The Humes ignore the unrest in their city while Galkan rage reaches boiling point. The point of boiling! The Mithras squabble amongst themselves, and the Tarataru dither as the Ugudo sack the city of Windurst. Sacking the city they are. To confound matters, the alliance between the nations of Altana is still in its infancy, and old suspicions threaten to sever the tentative bonds. Bonds could be severed! There are only so many things I can do with these two small paws. Will you help me with this grand plan of salvation? If things are allowed to run their course, this war will spread to consume Vana'diel on a tidal wave of tragedy. I hope to shrink this tidal wave of tears, if only by a little, by a few drops. It will be difficult, thankless work. Thankless and difficult. But would you be up to the task? I'll do it! Wonderful. I feel my depression lifting already. The fate of this age rests on your shoulders. So much rests on you. I wonder what would have happened if we'd said, nah, it's not my time. I forgot to mention the Champions of the Dawn. It is prophesied that the Champions of the Dawn will appear in an age of strife to save the world from catastrophe. A band of heroes, a bevy of maidens, who knows? Is this the age the prophecy foretells? I shall go forth and search for these champions with my mystical whiskers. So very busy. Busy indeed. An introduction? Have we not been introduced? My name is Kate Sid. I am certain we shall meet again in the near future. Or would that be the near past? Now, that might look like Kate Sith to you, but it's actually like I think it's Welsh? Or was it Irish? Either way, the T's are more like D's, but not quite D's. So it's like Kate Sid. But even that pronunciation is probably slightly wrong. So, you know, whatever. In any case, I wish you luck with your endeavors. Well, if this isn't the cat's meow, there's something you wish to ask of me? Hoping to have me shed some light on a particular matter? This is wholly unexpected. I've seen futures both brighter and darker, but in each, at least, there was a future. Ah, but those feathered wings represent a new hope. A possibility to ensure what should come to be does come to be. Perhaps it's best if we not paw around here and consult Atomos instead, ask his opinion. Which means you'll have need of this. This should provide entry into what we call the Walk of Echoes. The entrance there is the same as the entrance here, a cavernous maw, gaping expanse of space. Obtain key item Lightsworm? Lightsworm. Alright. Ballin'. Okay, what do we gotta do next? Let's see. Oh, is the Lightsworm permanent? It is! This tiny glowing worm given to you by Kate Sid allows for safe passage into the Walk of Echoes. So that actually unlocks another type of content we can do. Although it would be suicide alone at 75 at this point. Although, and also I don't think we would actually technically be able to access it quite yet. Even though we just got a key item says that we can. And we actually have to go back to doing more quests and Bastock in the past now. So I think I'll leave off there for now. We've reached an hour and a half. It's pretty late, and I have work again tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day, and I'll see you again.